Stoneware has a long tradition of being used in the kitchen and making that favorite dish passed down to the family. But here, so we do the same thing. We spin a pot, we think of, wow, what could this be used for? So maybe if I increase the size of it a little bit, add a couple nice handles on the side for getting in and out of the oven, not only could this piece be displayed to accent a kitchen, but at certain times be pulled at that time and then used to make that holiday table look great, or that celebration of something, or that football event.
Yeah. Hey there, and welcome to another edition of Around the Potter's Wheel. My name is Fred Hess. I'm your host, and we're sitting here at Fowler's Clay Works, about 3 miles outside of Gatlinburg, in the arts and crafts community. And I've got my man right here, Mike Fowler, and he's the owner of Fowler's Clay Works. Say hello.
Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back.
We actually have cameras on it, so it's not going to just hear our voice. We're going to see our beautiful mugs, Mike. And you might see right here on the table before us, we've got a couple of dishes and got some delicious food in them.
Yeah.
And that's the subject of today's podcast, is functional artwork.
Right.
And so, Mike, kind of talk about the functionality of your beautiful dishes and mugs and trays and what have you.
The dishes, man, wow. Pottery, as long as you can look back through history, and from medieval times with the cider mugs, or what they called beer at that time, being used to not pioneer times, but later on, early 1900s, stoneware baking dishes. Your grandma or somebody might have had that favorite pie plate, or that piece that they always made their bean recipe in, or stuff like that. So, stoneware has a long tradition of being used in the kitchen and making that favorite dish passed down to the family. But here, so we do the same thing. We spin a pot, we think of, wow, what could this be used for? So maybe if I increase the size of it a little bit, add a couple nice handles on the side for getting in and out of the oven, not only could this piece be displayed to accent a kitchen, but at certain times be pulled at that time and then used to make that holiday table look great, or that celebration of something, or that football event, or,
or dress it up a little bit.
Yeah, or dress it up a little bit. And we hear all the time from our customers that use the different pieces. It was interesting to see you bring in that cobbler today. I've got TV and Joanne, who are probably listening to this. TV always makes their cobbler in that.
Oh, really? Those are customers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And we hear on different occasions, especially mugs, enjoying that beverage out of Fowler's cup every morning.
So it's like their favorite coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes it taste better.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
You know the deal. Yeah.
Well, great.
But these look great, man. I use this stuff at home, but it's interesting always to me that when somebody else uses it and what they do with it, just as where we take and create with it, what you guys create with it, it's also a cool element.
A little imagination to it. Yeah. I know my grandparents, I remember they had a pickling jar.
Yeah.
It was ceramic.
Sure.
They said that, they put their pickles down in and brine it and all that kind of stuff. And so to have that functionality back from history and bring it all the way into 2022 is pretty cool stuff.
Right.
Any other stories from your customers on what they did with it, functionality-wise?
We had, I think it was either last year or the year before, maybe. Lady comes in and she buys our little spoon rest that you put up on the stove or by your coffee pot to put that dirty ladle or that dirty spoon on. But anyways, what they buy them for, when they entertain, they use the spoon rest with their hors d'oeuvres. And because that little lip, they think it's easy for their people to hold on to that.
Yeah.
So people put their little hors d'oeuvres on there and walk around and socialize.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was. So you never know, we intend it for something, right? Well, it blows me away at different times what the customers come back and tell us they use it for.
Mm-hmm. So, that's great.
And
you got customers all over the
absolutely, man.
Country.
Oh yeah, absolutely, all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
And have started developing some relationships. I've got a couple customers in the UK. And you know, who knows? Probably other places that I'm not aware of.
Because I mean, the park, if you will, Gatlinburg, all that is one of the most visited ever.
It's a top destination in the U.S. and even is getting on the world's radar nowadays.
For real.
So,
well, you want to talk about some food?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So why don't you tell us about it since you are the one that brought it?
Well, I told Mike that we needed to do a podcast that showed off his dishes and had some recipes in it. And so I said, I'll start it off because I'm the foodie of the family. I'm the cook of the family. And so this is a couple of dishes. This one here was created with the help of some firefighters, believe it or not.
Okay.
And this one right here is what I call easy peasy peach cobbler, and it's my wife's recipe. Even though the recipe's out there all over the place, but this is something she's done for us ever since we've been married. But I'll start with this one right here. I call it pasta salad the manly way.
Okay.
We could also call it a little bit more PC, call it pasta salad another way if we wanted to. We don't leave the ladies out. But this is tricolored pasta.
Okay.
It's got bacon. There you go. It's automatically great.
Bacon, man.
Yeah. It's got chopped onion in it. It's got Parmesan cheese in it. And for the dressing, if you will, it's ranch dressing.
Okay.
Makes it savory, if you will. It could go easily on tailgate because football's going on right now. You could have it at a holiday party, certainly. You could serve it cold. You can also heat it up and serve it warm.
Okay.
I've actually done that and made a meal out of it, just this dish alone.
Right.
The story behind it is I had a restaurant many years ago called Cicero's Pizza House.
Okay.
And the rural metro firefighters were regular customers of mine. And one day, this fellow walks in. His name's Chris. He walks in and goes, "Fred, I like your pasta salad, but could we do it another way? Could we do it kind of a manly way?" And I'm like, "Chris, what do you got in mind?" He goes, "I don't know, something with bacon in it." And I'm like, "Okay." I said, "Let me go back and see what I can do." So I do the pasta, got the bacon in there, and I'm like, "What else could we do?" So I threw some onions in there and a little Parmesan cheese, and I'm like, "What would I do for dressing?" It couldn't be like oil and vinegar or Italian. And I thought, ranch or blue cheese. So it's like, which one? And I chose ranch, threw it in there, brought it out to him. He took it, and it was a hit.
That was it?
It was an instant hit. And he just loved it. And then, of course, his firefighters, mates of his, was like, "We got to have some of this as well." So that's been one of those items I just kind of cook up every once in a while. And then this one here is, like I said, it's the easy peasy peach cobbler by my wife. And it's so easy, folks. It's basically a cup of milk, a cup of sugar, a stick of butter, a cup of Bisquick. That's it. She throws it all into the dish here, stirs it up, puts it in the oven at 375 for about an hour, and it comes out looking great. This is actually it's cold. It's best served when it's warm and maybe just a little bit of vanilla.
Yeah, I've heard that a time or two. Yeah.
So good. So, and what we're going to do, folks, is from time to time, we're going to do some dishes and throw them in Mike's beautiful functional artwork, and we're going to post them up on the website. And that website is?
FowlersClayworks.com.
Excellent. And
you know, it'd be really cool, Fred, since these guys are listening, let's see what kind of recipes these guys got.
I love it. I love it. It's going to make that suggestion myself. It's like, if y'all have a great recipe that you think can go on in one of Mike's dishes, send it via the website. We'll make it. We'll put it in a dish, and we'll have your dish on a podcast.
That's kind of great. That's cool. A great idea, man.
We'll do that. You want a little bit of this?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Do it. Let's try this out now.
Get it in there. Give you a little sample.
All right. Yeah, there's some bacon in there now.
Yeah, whole pound of bacon, though. Everything goes better with bacon.
That's real good.
All right. Got some tangy onions, too, man. We'll jump you.
You know, I'm not usually a big ranch guy, but this is good.
T. Marzetti's. I found it's pretty good.
That's good.
Now, just so y'all know, for the recipe for this guy here, it's just a box of tricolor pasta, really any pasta that you like. I use a whole pound of bacon in there, I use a whole jar of T. Marzetti's ranch dressing, about probably a small onion, and then whatever Parmesan cheese or cheese you want to throw in there, and salt and pepper to taste. And again, it can go.
That's actually really good.
Thank you. I think so too. It's one of those creations, and it can go just about anywhere. Go tailgate party, picnic.
I could see that at a holiday party too.
Mm-hmm. Side dish with anything.
Mm-hmm.
The other night we were doing kind of a test run with this, and we did pasta salad and a burger. And it was great. So very, very yummy stuff. So for dessert,
let's try it out. Oh man!
All right. If you get it hot, it gets a little bit more juicy.
Yeah, that's okay though. Yeah. We can all eat cobbler any time of the day. Cold, hot.
Cobbler's awesome.
All right. Well, you can't take credit for this one, though.
No.
Yeah.
Like, this is the wife.
That's Miss Donna.
Miss Donna.
And both are winners, man. It's excellent, man.
Crazy thing about both these dishes, they're really easy.
Yeah.
I'm on a kind of a semi-homemade type cooker. If you can get stuff kind of on the way, and add to it and improve it.
Right.
That's what we'll go for. Yeah. Again, this hot or warm with a little bit of vanilla ice cream, just goes tons.
Now this is the 1.5 quart baker we make. In my house, during Thanksgiving, we'll always do our green bean casserole in this one.
Yeah, great idea.
It's a good one for that.
Great idea. What goes in this one at your house?
At my house, that one's really not big enough. No, I'm kidding.
More food.
No, that size there, we've used that when we're serving. So we might put regular green beans or the vegetable in there on the table, or stuff like that. This size, both sizes are great. I guess if it was just me and Cheryl eating, that would be a perfect size. Yeah, absolutely. It's
well, great.
Something else the another thing we use this one for too is our candied yams.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Gotta be careful of that the sauce coming over the edges, but there again, it's going to be interesting to see what the customers tell us.
Yeah, and again, we'd like to really
how are we going to do that?
To do that and submit recipes. You can do that a couple ways. You can, I think, email.
Email
on your website.
There's an email, but yeah, that would work. So,
also, we might put a little tab on the website.
That's kind of where I was heading with this. Why don't we put a submit their recipe?
Yeah, we'll do a little web forms like here's my recipe, and then we can do where you do an attachment.
Sure, I love it.
But if you got one, want to send it to us right away, just email it, and Mike will get it. He'll pass it along to us, and then who knows, you might see your dish sitting right here today, and us gushing over how great it tastes. So, Mike, anything else about functional artwork you want to share with us?
And I'll tell you what, if we choose your dish, we're going to mail you a little prize for it. So, come up with something a little nice.
A little tease.
Yeah, a little tease there. Yeah,
love it.
So.
Well, Mike, thanks again once again.
Well, no, thank you for doing this, Fred. It looks great. I personally have been witness to it at home, but now you guys have, and I know plenty of our customers have. So, this is cool. This is great. So.
We'll be looking for more Around the Potter's Wheel podcasts real soon, and we'll see you then.